Hello, welcome you all to Nibal Gurukul. Today we are going to learn arithmetic operators and how to use them. Okay, so the most important thing is how to use them in a programming. So let's go. Now, what are the arithmetic operators? What are the arithmetic operators? We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Okay, modulus. It gives a remainder. Now you all must be knowing these operators. Okay, so let's see here how we can use in programming. So I have declared two variables. One is integer x is 7, y is 3. I'm going to say here in this place x plus y. What's the answer? I'm going to get 10. X minus y. What's the answer? I'm going to get 4. X into y. What's the answer? I'm going to get 21. X divided by y. What's the answer? I'm going to get only 2. Why only 2? It's supposed to be 2.333. Why not? I'm going to explain to you. In some seconds I'm going to explain to you. X mod y will give me the remainder. What's the remainder? This gives the quotient. What is remaining? 7 divided by 3, the quotient is 2, the remaining is 1. The x mod y is being calculated like this. X mod y is implies x minus integer part of x by y into y. Let's take an example. X mod y, 7 mod 3 implies 7 minus integer of x by y. What is the integer of x by y is y? X by y is 2.3. Integer of x by y is 2. 2 into 3. That means 7 minus 6. I'll get 1. This way they calculated the modulus internally. Now let's go. So now I have not answered your question here. In this case y is 2. Okay, we are going to understand this. Now let's assume here in this case is my x is right now in this place is my integer x is 7, but my y is of type float. Float y is equal to 3. So what happened right now? If I write the same expression, what is the answer I'm going to get? X plus y is going to give me 10.0. Okay. X minus y is going to give me 4.0. X into y, what is going to give me 21.0. X divided by y is going to give me 2.333. And x mod y cannot be done. You can't do. Why you can't do? Okay, that's the next question that we are going to understand. Why this is possible? Why this gave me 2.3? Why this gave me 2? Why this is possible? Why it is not possible? Okay, for this we need to understand how the computer works for me. Okay, let's see here in this case how the computer works for me. Now I'm going to assume here I wrote an expression like this. Integer x is 7 and y is 3. I wrote right now like this. Integer z is equal to, I wrote here right now in this case x by y into 2. This is what I have written. So when I write like this, what the computer does, okay, so plus 4 I have written. Okay, so you all must be studied the board mass here in this case. You have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and mod. In this you must have seen in this case the priority is, the first priority is given to these 3 and this second priority is given to these 2. What do I mean by this? If there is a addition and multiplication occurs, what I should solve first is what? Multiplication. Okay, you have a multiplication. Now in case we have multiplication and division occurs, what I should solve? In this case what you will do? Both have a same priority from left to right. In this context, what is happening? I have in this expression I have a division and multiplication, both are there. In this case, what I'll do, I'll move from left to right. I'll move from where? Left to right. I have a addition and this. What I should solve first is what? First these two has to be solved, multiplication and division. Then I will solve what? An addition, because the priority here. Second, the addition goes to the second priority. Now, how the computer solves this expression? Okay, so what it does, when it x by y, first is it takes the x value into a registers. It takes x value into a register, y value into a register. We have two types of register we are going to see. One is a integer registers, other one is a float registers. Now x is of type integer, therefore it's going to copy the x value into a register of type integer. Okay. Y is an integer, therefore it's going to copy the result into a register of type what? An integer. Now when I put 7 by 3, the result is going to made, the result is also going to be copied into a register. What is the result of this register is going to be? The result, what type of result is going to be generated for this is an integer. Why? Because both operands are integers, therefore it is going to generate a register of type integer and is going to store the result 2. Why not 2.3? Because in integer. In an integer I can't store what? 2. Whereas if one of them was right now, here when I made, if my x value would have been float, what would happen here? 7 and 3, when I say 7 and 3, 7 will be copied into a register of type float and 3 will be copied into a register of type what? Integer. In this case, the result will be copied into a register of type float, therefore I got 2.33. Okay? Therefore here, you need to understand this. Whenever you make an arithmetic operation, the operation happens on the registers. There are two types of registers. One is an integer register, other one is a float register. If your operands are integer, result is copied into a integer. If your operand is of float, result is copied into a float. But if your operand is two different data types, in this case you have an integer and a float, the result will be copied into a higher one. How does a higher is going to be decided? Okay, we said like this, we have an integer which is 4 bytes, which is float which is also 4 bytes we said. Both are 4 bytes we said, right? But here the float is capable of storing higher value. How? I'm going to explain in the further lecture. I'm going to explain. Float is capable of storing higher value because when I say here in this case 25.5, it is going to store 255 into 10 raised to minus 1. It is a mantissa and exponent form it is going to store. Therefore, a float is capable of storing a higher value than what an integer. Therefore, the result became what? A float here. Therefore, if you have this, please make a note of it. If an arithmetic operation is made between say same data type, the result is stored on the same. If the arithmetic operations happens on the different data type, the result is stored on the higher one. How the higher is decided? Based on the data type here. If a integer and float is higher. Float and double is higher. Why? Because double we saw in the first class is an 8 bytes. Therefore, float double would be the higher one. If it is a character and integer, result is going to be an integer. Result is going to be what? An integer here. So let's solve some more problems here. Okay, we need to understand this operator very well. So I am going to write here in this case my integer z is equal to 7 by 5 into 4 plus 3 minus 2 by 5. This is what I will. So how the expression is solved in this case? Okay, the actual expression, how it is going to be solved, I will teach you after all the operators. Right now, how I am going to solve. See, 7 by 5. 7 is an integer, 5 is an integer. Therefore, first is 7 by 5 would be 1 into 4. Now into 4, 1 into 4 is how much? What? 4. Plus, now 3 minus 2 by 5. Here plus, you have a plus here, minus here, 2 by 5 is there. Who has a higher precedence here in this case here? Division. Therefore, what I am going to do? 2 by 5. What is the quotient I'm going to get? 0. Now 4 plus 3 minus 0. Both are having the same priority. I move from left to right. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 minus 0. That will get what? 7. This is an answer. This is the way it is solved. But actually how it is solved, which I am going to teach you all, the expression is going to be solved. I am going to teach you all little later. You don't need to. Right now I have solved only arithmetic. Okay. So let's apply in arithmetic operators in some more examples. Let's apply here. Okay. Let's say right now 125 by 10. When I say 125 by 10, 125 is an integer. 10 is an integer. So what happens? The result is going to be only the quotient. What is the quotient? Is 12. 125 modulus 10. I'm going to get what? In this case is 5. The remainder is 5. How? 12 tens are 120. 125 minus 120 is what? 5. This is what I'm going to get. Now, if I say 125 0.0 by 10, I'm going to get right now 12.5. 125.0 modulus 10, what I'm going to get? An error. So that means there's a question might come in your head right now. Sir, 125 can never be a float. Yeah, it can be a float. When? You can say like this. Float is a x is equal to 125. In this case, the 125 will be stored in a float. How it is stored? It is stored in the mantis and exponent form. Therefore, now if I say x by 10, I am going to get 12.5. X mod 10, I am going to get an error. I am going to get an error here. Now let's take another example. So I have written here 185 by 25. 185 is an integer. Integer by integer result is going to be an integer. Therefore, what I am going to get here in this case, I am going to get 7. 7 25s are, how much is what? 175. Now 185 modulus 25, how much I am going to get? 10. Remainder is 10. I say here in this case 185 divided by 100. What I am going to get? I will get 1. 185 modulus 100. What is the remainder? Is 85. 185.0 by 100 will give me 1.85. 1.85. This is what I am going to get. Yeah. So let us apply this in a program. How we have to use it in a program, let us see here. So let's solve a simple problem here. Okay, so I have a number right now. Integer x is what right now? Let's say in this case 25. What I want to do, I want to find the sum of the digits. I want to find the sum of the digits. That means what is the output I want? My input is 25. My output is I want right now. When I print the sum, I need to get what the sum is. I need to get the 7. I put a sum. I need to get what? 7. Now how to get the 7? What is the process I need to do? What is the process I need to do? Okay. The process is what? If I want the 7, output I want 7, right? If you want the output 7, this is what output I want. So what I should do? I need to separate the 2 and 5. How to get the separate the 2 and 5? Simple thing for me. Okay, what I can do? I'm going to elaborate the process. How to get the 5? Can you please tell me how to get the 5? I can simply say x divided by 10. If I say x divided by 10, can you tell me what I'm going to get? 2, because the quotient is 2. Now I want the 5, sorry. If I want the 5, x modulus 10, what is the remainder? I got 5. If I say a plus b, I'm going to get what? 2 plus 7. I'm going to get 2 plus 5. I'm going to get what? 7. Yeah. No, sir, I want the number instead of 25, I want 52. That means what I want to reverse the number. Okay, I want to reverse the number. Instead of 25, I want 52. So what I should do? I need to separate them. I separated them. After separating them, A gave me 2, B gave me what? 5. But I want right now 52. That means in the unit place should become tens place, and the tens place should become the units place. Therefore, what I am going to do? The unit place I am going to multiply by 10, and the tens place I am going to make it in the unit. Multiply by 1, which is directly you can write. So what is the answer I should get? I am going to get what? I wrote the variable sum, but it should be reverse of it. Yeah. So I hope that you understand this. Okay. So let's solve another problem. Let's solve another problem here. So remember, before writing a program, we need to always remember, we need to analyze what is the input, what is the process, and what is the output. Input, process, and the output. Let us see here in this case, I have been given a number. Okay, I have been given a number. Number is a 3-digit number. I have been given a 3-digit number. Let's say in this case my number is 745. What is the output I want? The output is the reverse of this number. The reverse of this number. Okay. Now, how to get it? If I want to get the reverse of this number, simple thing, what I can do, I need to separate them into an individual digits. How to separate them into individual digits? Okay, so I am going to say here right now, let's say this is my number n. So I want the 5. How to get the 5? I am simply going to say a is equal to n mod 10. N mod 10. How many tens are there in 745? Is 74 tens are there. What is remaining is what? 5. 74 tens are 740. What is remaining is what? 10. Now I need what? 4. How to get the 4? If I say n divided by 10, 745 divided by 10 is what? 74. 74 I want 4. Okay, simply put mod 10. 74 mod 10. 74 divided by 10 is 7. What is remaining is what? 4, which is B. Now what I need it? I want 7. How to get the 7? Okay, 1 is you can say n divided by 10 will give me 74. 74 divided by 10 will give me what? 7. Instead of this, I can also write here in this case n divided by 100, which will give me 7. I put C. This is I separate them into a digits. This gave me 5, this gave me 4, this gave me 7. Now what is the next step I need to do? I need to convert them into a 5 has to go to the hundreds place. Therefore, I am going to say here in this case A into 100. The 4 has to go to the tens place. Therefore, B into 10. And the 7 needs to go to the units place. Therefore, C into 1, which is C. This is a sum needs to be, or you can store it in a reverse variable, and you can solve this problem. Okay, let's see how to solve this problem. So we wrote a simple integer x is equal to 745. So can I use, to solve this problem, can I use a float variable? No, you can't use. Why? You are using modulus here. If you want to use modulus, you can't, you have a float, remember that. Okay, now I want the 5. How to get the 5? You said a is equal to x modulus 10, because when I divided x by 10, quotient is 74, the remaining is 5. What is my b? Is equal to x divided by 10 gave me 74. 74 modulus 10 gave me what? 4. Now I have a c is equal to x divided by 100. It gave me what? 7. Now a is 5, B is 4, C is what this. Now I need to convert into a single number. Reverse is equal to, what I should do, A needs to go to the hundreds place, A needs to go to the hundreds place, B needs to go to the tens place, and the C needs to go to the ones place. I need to print it. Print it. Reverse is equal to percentage D, comma what? Reverse. Save it as semicolon, and I'm going to run the code. 547. Let me see whether it is applicable for another number. 123 should become 321. Correct. Okay, what about if I put 100? What is the reverse of 100? Reverse of 100 is not 001. Sorry, the reverse of 100 is only 1 you will get. Why? Because 0 into 0 will become 0 only. 0 into 100 would be 0 plus 0 plus what? 1 I'm going to get. Therefore, it will be 1. So, if you want to take an input from the user, yeah, simple thing. What you need to do? First, always write a program like this. Then you convert into an input form so that it is, you don't waste a time in that. Enter a 3. Remember, this code is only for a 3-digit number. And what? I put here X. Now you can enter any number and you can solve the problem. I enter a number. The number is, let's say, 589. I got. Okay, that makes sense. I hope you understood this. So let's solve another problem. Let's solve another problem here. So I have been given a number of days. I have been given number of days to me. Okay. What is the output I want? I need to convert the number of days in the form of years, months, remaining weeks, and remaining days. I've been given number of days. I need to write it in the form of a year, month, and what? Week and days. Okay. Let's say in these cases I have been given year 395 days. Okay. In 395 days, how many years are there? 1 year is there. Why 360? Assume 365 days are there in a year. 1 year is there. Now after 365, how many days are remaining? Because I need to write in the form of year, month, and what? Days. Week and days. How many days are remaining right now after this? I have a 30 days are remaining. If the 30 days are remaining, how many months will be? 1. If you assume here 30 days are 1 month. Okay, done. Now how many weeks are there? No weeks are there remaining. No days are there remaining. Okay. Let's take another example. So instead of 395, I put 1200 days I put. In 1200, how many years are there? How to find out how many years are there? I need to what? Okay, let's see how to find out later. First we will decide what is that. How many years are there in this right now? What if I have a 365 days? 365 into 3 would be what? In this case is what? It should be 1095. Correct? 1095. There are 1095 days will make 3 years. Now after 1095 days, what is how many days are remaining in what 1200 is? The remaining days are 105 days. In 105 days, how many months are there? 3 months are there. What is remaining? If we take 30 days in a month, that is 3 months are there. What is how many remaining? What in this case? 15 days. In 15, how many weeks are there? 2 weeks are there. 15 days, how many weeks are there? 2 weeks are there. Now what is remaining? 1 day. Therefore, if I have been given an input what 1200, I want the output 3321. 3 years, 3 months, 2 weeks and what? 1 day. Okay, now how to do this exercise? Okay, how to do this what? Exercise, let us see. I have been given number of days is 1200. Remember, for this problem I cannot use a float because I will be finding the remaining days. Now what I am going to do, I have right now how I need to know how many years are there. So simply write here in this case n needs to be divided by 365. 365 days makes what? 1 year. That will be my year. Now tell me how to get the remaining days from here. How many days are remaining? Oh, simple thing. N mod what? 365. 1200 modulus 365 is going to give me what? 105. Which is my remaining days. What you can do? You can store it in n again. You don't need to make another variable. No, because this value I don't need it anymore. I put n. Now what I'm going to do? Next is I'm going to say here in this case n. This n is right now 105. Remember, is not 1200, is gone. Now I put n divided by 30. That will become my month. That is going to be what in this case 105. That will be 3. This is also 3. Don't store it in n this. If you store it in n, your n will become 3. After that you will lose the remaining. Therefore I put 105 modulus 30. 105 modulus 30 will become what in this case is what? 15. I store it in n. My n is right now, it is not 1200, it is 15. Because a variable can hold only one value only. Now n divided by 7. 15 divided by 7 is 2 weeks. How many days are remaining? Days is what? N mod 7. Okay, let's convert this into a program. So what is my input is going to be? Input is going to be number of days. Okay, I am putting directly. You can take an input from the user 1200. So what I need to do, I need to calculate the number of years first. How to calculate the years? Years is equal to n days divided by 365. I get the quotient. The quotient is 3. I need to find the remaining. N days is equal to n days. Why I am using the same variable n days? Because I don't want the variable again. I don't want the same 1200 again. Therefore, I am going to store it back in what? In this. Therefore, in this place, my n days become 105. Remember that. Now, I am going to make a new variable called month. So, what I need to do? N days divided by 30. Okay, so now I need to n days divided by 30. How much I got? What in this case is I got 3, because this gave me, how much is gave me? 105. 105 divided by 30 is 3. N days is equal to n days modulus what? 30. Quotient was 3. 3 30s are 90. What is remaining is what? 15. So integer weeks is equal to n days divided by, I am going to put what? 7. N days divided by 7. 15 divided by 7. How much I got? What? 2. What is remaining? N days is equal to N days modulus 7. Give me the remainder, which I can directly store it in N days. I need to print. Printf year, okay, years is equal to percentage D, months is equal to percentage D, weeks is equal to, if you want you can put a command show, okay, weeks is equal to percentage D, and what, days is equal to percentage D, and I want to put here right now here years, comma, variable names are months, comma, weeks, comma, what, and days. Why did not write days here? Because my variable name is not days here. My variable name is what? N days. I put like this. Yeah, I got 3, 3, 2, 1. So I am going to put here right now. Let's say I put here 370 days. What I should get? 1 year. 5 days are remaining. Therefore, it consists of 1 year and 5 days. You want to take it from the user, take it from the user. Okay. I hope you understand. Now, let's see. I want to analyze a problem right now, and you need to think on that and see why the result has happened like that, and we will solve that problem. Okay, so we will solve one more problem of finding the area of a triangle. Okay, now right angle triangle. So what we did, we will take a base, we'll take a height. Okay, so then you will take an input, printf, enter the base and height. Okay, scanf, percentage D, comma, what, and what, base, comma, and height. So then I need to find the area. I'm going to put the area. You can declare here float area, half base into height. Therefore, I'm going to make it float. Okay, area is equal to half into base into height. And I'm going to print f. What happened? I'm going to print f. Area is equal to percentage D. Percentage F, comma, area. I put it, sir. I'm going to run. Okay. Let's say in this case I entered 5 and 6. Oh, I got answer is 0. Why? The answer is 0. The answer should be what in this case is? It should have been what? It should be 15. It gave me 0. Sir, my area is what? It's a float, but it's giving me 0. It's giving me y. At the same time, if I want to change, simply I'm going to do like this. Okay? Simply I'm going to do like this. I'm going to by 2. If I do by 2, what happens? The answer gave same. I'm going to enter the 5 and 6. The answer gave me what? 15 gave me. Why not 1 by 2? Oh, the problem here right now like this. The problem came here when you put 1 by 2. Why? In this example, I have a division and multiplication. Both have a same priority. Therefore, the system solved 1 by 2 first. 1 is an integer. 2 is an integer. Integer by integer is going to store the result in a register of type integer. result register is an integer register, 1 by 2 would be actually 0.5. Therefore, what is stored? What? Only 0. 0 into anything is going to be 0. 0 into anything is going to be what? 0. Now, how to solve this problem? One option is, simple option, you could have made this 0. One of the operand is float, the result will be stored what? In a float. I put 5 and 6. I got the answer. The other option would have been, sir, why it happened when I put like this here, it gave me the answer. Oh yeah, why? Because first is it multiplied 5 into 6 is 30, 30 divided by 2. Okay. But will it give me always right answer? No. Why? I'll tell you why. So I put 5 and 6, I got 15. Now I'm going to make here right now. I'm going to put here right now in this case 3 and 7. 3 and 7, what I should get what? What is the answer I should get? 21 by 2. How much 21 by 2 is what? 21 by 2 is I'm supposed to get 10.5. But what's the answer I'm going to get? 10. Why? Because you multiplied an int and int. The result became what? An int. The int divided by integer result again became what? An int. Therefore your register, all the registers are integer, therefore you couldn't store. So how to solve? Okay, make it to 2.0. I put here in this case 3 and 7. I got the answer what? 10.5. Okay, so let's see here in this cases. I am going to have right now, other option would have been, I don't want to put 2.0. Then what to do? Make one of the operand as what? Float of this, make it float. Float into float, result is float. But remember, you have to make it what? I'm going to put here right now. I'm going to write now in this case 3 and 7. Okay, so let's recap. Okay, what we have done. Okay, this is what we have learned it. We learned today. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and mod. What we said. Okay, now the next is what we said. These three has a first priority and these two has a second priority. The priority of multiplication and division modulus is same, equal. Addition and subtraction is a second priority. When I will apply? If there is a multiplication and addition happens in your expression, you will solve multiplication first and addition what? Second. But in case two operators have a same priority, if your multiplication and division comes, you will solve from left to right. Remember, BODMAS is not first division first, sorry. Whoever comes first, you need to solve. Whoever comes first, what you need to what? Solve it. Okay. The next way what we learned it, whenever we make an expression, the expression is at a time a computer is capable of solving only two operand and one operator at a time. It cannot solve the whole expression. Whenever it solves it, what it does, it stores the result in a registers. It stores the result in a registers. What is the data type of the register? Based on the operands. If both the operands are same, the result is same. If both the operands are different, the result is stored on the higher one. What do I mean by this? If I make an operation between int and int, result is an int and float, result is a float and double, result is a double, but double and double, result is a double. But remember, we have not used a char so far. Char and char is going to be an int. Okay, char and char is going to be an int. There's an exception is given. Make a note of it. Okay, if you make an operation between a char and int, the result is going to be an int. Char and char also is what? An int. Now, the result is going to be stored in a registers. The registers data type is based on the operands. Okay, keep this in mind. Therefore, 7 by 3 will be 2 only. 2 into 3 would be what? 6. 6 minus 4 would be what? 2 for this expression. Okay, so I am going to give you some more work to be done today. I will attach the link. Kindly before watching the solution, kindly solve the problems and then you watch the solution whether you're done right or wrong. Okay, don't just watch directly solution, make an effort, because when you learn, when you solve problem, you'll understand better, you'll know how to apply it. I always build the course what I taught, I'm going to give a problem for that only. Okay, guys, I hope you will do that work. So if you like the video, kindly watch it and subscribe it, and whatever the questions you have, raise the questions in the comments. I'm ready to answer the questions. And also if you can if you want the notification bell, kindly press the bell icon so that you get the notification for my next lecture. Okay, I'm going to continuously put the session, so kindly apply the bell notification for you. Okay, thank you so much.